Hey guys, and welcome back. I do have some other content, but we've had some issues with the house. We just had a pipe burst. We've had a lot of things happen like the past week. Like it's been pretty bad. We had one car got hit while we were driving it in the parking lot. The other car got hit while it was stationary in the parking lot, and the person took off. We came out of the store and later saw the dent in the other car. Then we had a 5 gallon jug of liquid detergent fall in our house and pretty much crash onto our new floors and soak into our new floors. And then the very next day we had a water pipe burst. So it's been an interesting week. But to add to that, this has been a little while. I didn't get around to doing this video. So it's another marketplace video. And if you can kind of guess, this is in regards to the PSA 8 Shadowless Charizard I have. Well, I have it listed on eBay, but why not also add to the avenue of approach? Facebook Marketplace is free, and if I happen to sell it through Facebook Marketplace, there's no percentage taken. While with eBay, there's a percentage taken. So why not allow for a little bit more free advertisement and the ability to possibly sell it and not have any percentage taken? So I listed it on Facebook Marketplace to also include that Facebook Marketplace, of course, just provides wonderful drama. Not to say eBay doesn't. eBay also absolutely provides drama, but Marketplace is more instant, in my opinion. The eBay messaging system's a little bit laggy. So let's go ahead and start off. So this is the PSA Shadowless Charizard listing. I have it listed with a price of $9,999, and in the description it says looking for this roughly around 10K. Will accept cash, must meet at bank, because that's for both me and the buyer's protection in terms of meeting at the bank, and then having the money verified that it's not counterfeit. And so we meet at the bank, and that's the idea, and I hand it off to the teller, and they verify it's not counterfeit, and they receive the item. Nevertheless, and also bank is loaded with cameras, and if they call 911, the cops get there pretty fast. So those are your advantages to dealing with cash and within the bank. Why not use PayPal? Because there's certain ways around PayPal, and people generally won't work those ways for low dollar items, but for items that are generally $1,000 plus, people who know how to work the ways around PayPal are going to work their ways around PayPal. So I'd rather do it in cash, actually. But so without further ado, basic bottom line up front, description basically saying looking for pretty much 10 grand. So this person says, how much do you want? Oh, before I can even respond, they literally did it within 1 minute. So it makes me believe that this was probably less than a minute apart. This may have been like as the time changed happened, and they just wanted to open up with this to make it seem like my request was moronic without giving me the chance to respond. How much do you want? Oh, you legitimately want $9,999. I have an offer of 4K. I get that price from similar auctions on eBay. Much love. I read this and I think, well, maybe you should go with those other auctions. Much love. My reply back. Instead, I just give them a thumbs up. I wasn't quite certain how to take this, if they're saying that like they are selling theirs for only 4K and they're better than me, or if they're offering me 4K, or if they had an offer on another one for 4K or something, or they just bought one themselves for 4K. I really wasn't certain how to take this. I did definitely on initial response take this insultingly, mainly because it ended with just this. Guys, unless you're purposely trying to piss the person off, don't end your shit with much love. If it's completely out of context and there's been no reply yet, that's just a really douchey way to fucking reply. So I just give them the thumbs up. I'm not quite certain how to reply, whatever, and so I give them the thumbs up, and they say, let me know. And so I was kind of confused by that. So I was, as I said, like I told y'all, I was like, oh, I thought you were telling me you bought one for 60% off and just letting me know the good news. Because if you got one for 4K, that would be 60% off because they sell for 10K. And then I let him know that the highest offer I've received so far is 7,400, which is true. That's the highest offer I've received. I received it about, I want to say it was either a week or 10 days ago. And he's telling me that if he received that offer, he would honestly take it. And I said, well, I'm not hurting on money, and there's about 4 confirmed sales of these for 10K on eBay in the past 30 days. So I definitely won't take less than 8. And the reason why, I mean, yeah, it can drop in price, but in terms of like, you don't have to hold on to this. It's not going to rot. It's PSA sealed. It's not going to get damaged. It's actually also in a gun safe. So it's also now fireproof technically. And it's locked up, and like there's no way to get to it. Like it's going to be like, it's not going to get stolen, and it's not going to get damaged. And it's an asset that increases over time. It's not a car that depreciates, it actually appreciates. So in terms of whether or not it has a gigantic spike again, or in terms of I just sell it for the 10K or roughly that, I'm good to go. So, I'm not hurting on money right now. There's about 4 confirmed sales of these at 10K on eBay, so I definitely won't take less than 8. And they keep rising in price. As I just said, it's an appreciating asset. And of course, he responds, have you typed in PSA 8 Shadowless Charizard on eBay? I could offer you something along those lines. It just doesn't make sense otherwise. I'll even add a few hundred to the average selling price. So, right here, what he's trying to do, if the only way you could take this at this point is he's trying to work the average selling price part. And why is he trying to work average selling price? Because the average selling price isn't going to be such a wild variation that we've had. The average selling price is going to take into account the several that sold for 4K to 3K before the gigantic spike, and that's not currently the relevant price. Average price is good for certain items. There's a mass of them, like ungraded Charizards, but still it doesn't account for a spike. But it's good. It's a good negotiation point. But I already have told him that there's 4 confirmed sales in the past 30 days for 10K. And so, of course, I have to reply with, even though I already told him these are 4 confirmed sales on eBay for this item, he had the audacity to be like, have you typed in PSA 8 Shadowless Charizard on eBay? And I was like, yes, that is the exact input I put in. In the last 30 days, there's been 4 confirmed sales at 10K. Definitely makes sense. It's Shadowless. PSA 6 Shadowless is in the 4K range. And for those who aren't tracking the PSA stuff, and it's not always this much of a gap, but PSA is pretty much a multiplier in price. And like for generality purposes, a PSA 6 to a PSA 7, the price varies pretty significantly. And then from a PSA 7 to a PSA 8, it really still it varies very significantly. Like you have a PSA 7 card of whatever, and it's $100, and you have a PSA 8 version, and it's $500. So yeah, PSA 8 is when you're starting to really get into that point. Like PSA 8 is usually the bare minimum of what people are looking for, high collectors, because the PSA 8 represents like, yeah, this almost could have pretty much been a PSA 10, but there is super minor flaws that prevent it from being a PSA 10. And then the PSA 9 is the same way. So like people categorize PSA 8 to 10 pretty much, oh yeah, I mean they're similarly close. So I'm like, PSA 6 Shadowless is in the 4K range. And then I figured I'd also entertain the fact, I generally do this for education purposes. I've already told this person multiple times, but I take into account maybe his lookup wasn't recent, although I figured, if you're negotiating this, you would have done a recent lookup, especially with the price. And, even if it wasn't my asking price, like when you're dealing with items that are several $1,000s, you should look up the general price. So I sent him a picture, and PSA 8 Shadowless Charizard confirmed sale. This is eBay under confirmed sales. Basically 11K if you add the shipping to that. Basically 11K, so 1K more than what I'm asking. Now this one is a PSA 8 first edition Shadowless, but if you'll notice, This was right before the spike. This person's probably crying because the person who bought it hopefully sold later, because after the spike, PSA 8 first edition Shadowlesses were between 40 and 60K. So whoever bought this, hopefully they sold it and were dancing for joy. This person was probably happy at first until this month came around, and then they were super, super sad with their poor timing. And then once again, it was another PSA 8 Shadowless Charizard. It was a screenshot that I sent, so this blocked it. Take my word for it, though. This was also another 10K confirmed sale. I just sent him a quick snippet of something within 30 days. And then also, I say it in the description. There's two of them. The one in the middle is first edition, but was 2 months ago. That's this one that I just talked about. So this was right before the spike, guys. The spike happened literally like October walking into November. So this wasn't during the spike yet. There was a huge blow up in the last 30 days if you weren't tracking. I'm still giving this guy the benefit of the doubt, but also, at least in the conversation, running through my head, I'm like, this guy is trying really hard to undermine me. I wouldn't say scam, I'd say undermine. That first PSA 8 is now that first edition. I left out the edition, but hopefully he understood. That first edition PSA 8 is now worth 40 to 60K, so that buyer is happy. As I just explained to you, it's almost like I had the conversation. Then he sends me back this. These aren't confirmed sales. Confirmed sales are in green text. Now, my debacle on this is, so these are PSA 8 Shadowless Charizards, and these are asking prices. And most of these are actually buy now. Why are they not being eaten up right away if the price is 10K? Because most knowledgeable buyers, and this one's a bid, and most knowledgeable buyers know that even if you purchase, it's just going to get your money held up because they're not going to release it. What these people are trying to do, they don't actually have these cards. They've taken the picture. Look, this is the same exact picture. They've taken, in two different listings, they've taken the picture of these Shadowless Charizards, which is super easy to do, and they're listing them for sale for what is still, like, what would seem a reasonable amount of money to people, and they're trying to reduce the price. What is the advantage of that? So they can get it for this price, hopefully, again. There will be a drop, but it's not coming back to 4K, guys. It hit 10K. I just showed you one that was at basically 11K. It's not coming back to 4K. It may drop as low as 6, 7K again, but it will, of course, incrementally go back to rising up every year. So yeah, that's what this is. These are, if you buy this, all it's going to do is get your $4,000 tied up. You'll be waiting on an item. The person's going to keep saying, oh, I'm sending it, and it will never be sent. Or also, it could just be some sort of straight scams where they try and take the $4,000 and send you like a Caterpie and a top loader. Or just don't send you anything at all. They just put a shipping label on a bubble mailer and send it out, and it's going to release the money to that person, and you won't be screwed. eBay's going to be pissed. They're going to get mad at this. I've had it happen before. So that's what this is. These are listings that are just trying to lower the price and or scam because of the significant deal. These aren't real listings. And this guy keeps coming back with me on this. Yeah, I'm tracking there are some people who are trying to re-lower the price, but I doubt they will get it to lower back to that. Okay, so the conversation, I gotta actually move the camera because I can't scroll anymore. He still comes back to, after I showed him all this, I told him that I'm not gonna go however low. He still thinks he's trying to act like he's doing me a favor. I can match the 4K and throw a little more on top. And my final reply to this guy, and maybe I'll get more from him tomorrow, we'll see. But my final reply is, No, that's okay. As I said, the highest offer has been $7,400, which is true. I don't know if he if I, and maybe I should have taken it, as most of the offers so far have not even. I mean, there's been some that are sort of close, but really 7,400 has been the highest. But I know this item's gonna be a long to sell item. It's not like you just find someone willy nilly who's willing to pay 8+ grand for a card. Really 10 grand. I really like the 10 grand, but it's not like you're just gonna willy nilly find that. Even for the 1 grand cards, it's really not that easy. Even on eBay, it takes time. It takes the right buyer. It's not. It's not easy. It really isn't. Um, so yeah, no, I just figured y'all would enjoy this. I figured I'd add some emphasis on the voices because that's the only way I can imagine this guy. If just let me paint you this, guys, also for the logic of what this guy is telling me. Another huge red flag, right? I mentioned it at the beginning of this video. If this guy is telling me he's willing to pay the 4K and throw a little more on top, why wouldn't he just pay 4K for a buy it now? If this is what he believes to be the actual price, he can just hit buy it now and get the card in a couple of days. And then, or he could do this bid and try and win it for less than 4K and get it in a couple of days. But he's not. You know why? Because he knows these are also fake sales. And he's trying to use these to buy in-person cards as a negotiation price. Guys, my analysis of this guy is he's trying to undermine me. He's trying to scam me. If someone does this to where they're saying they're willing to match the eBay price and it's way, way, way lower than the price you know it is, especially if you've looked at confirmed sales, and it's not just one, but it's 4 to 5 confirmed sales, they're trying really hard to basically undermine / scam you. I hope this was enjoyable for you. I enjoyed every last part of this guy saying in this conversation. He really didn't waste my time. It took me maybe a couple of seconds to reply to him. Maybe he thought he was getting some joy of either way. I'm pissing this guy off. I'm wasting his time. All he's done is created wonderful, sweet little video content for me. I love you so much, Dylan McGill. Thank you so much for just showing us who you are and trying your best to scam somebody essentially 6 grand. You tried hard. The way you were going at it, it really seems like you've pulled this off before. Sorry to whoever he pulled this off on. But yeah, don't fall for this, guys. I hope you enjoyed. We're going to have some more videos soon. We had some stock sell, so the good news for that is we're open to send more stuff to the PSA. We're tracking that one of our orders of 20 made it to the PSA. We're tracking still our original 15 cards have not made it past the grading process at the PSA. We do have a Facebook. We've been opening up that channel. We're going to start to really push hard in terms of videos through our Facebook. If you're subscribed, you're going to hopefully still catch all of our videos and our giveaways. But we're going to be using the Facebook really to popularize our giveaways. The holidays are coming up. I've noticed a lot of PokerTubers are doing giveaways specifically for the holidays. I recently just made a purchase of something. It was a little bit regrettable purchase, but I'm going to make the most out of it, and hopefully it will make everyone else also happy. We'll see how that goes. I believe there's still a giveaway that no one has located yet. It's not titled a giveaway video, but it is one of my videos, and it is one of my longer videos. So hunt that down if you do want to try and win something. I am purposely mentioning the giveaways either randomly or mostly at the end of my videos because it makes y'all either skip to the end or watch it all to try and find out information to do the giveaways. I don't want to. It's not that I don't want to give away stuff. I just would like to give people who are actually watching the content a full chance. This has been a roller coaster. I have other marketplace stories, some not so necessarily scammy, some they're still interesting. But yeah, let me know what you think. Let me know if you think this guy was a scammer or just an idiot. And if you know this guy, let him know. Shame on him. Thanks. Bye.